Hello and welcome to Art Believers. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you are watching 300 Days of Drawing, and it is day 274. And today we're going to be doing another cactus. I usually do cactuses on days that I have a bit of a time crunch and something I can just kind of sling out there or finish really quickly without having to use a lot of mental RAM, because I've done so many of them. They're quite easy to do generally. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin today's live art stream. And I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Let me get some stuff out of the way. And we're going to start by just doing this as quick as possible. We're going to do it as fast as we can. I got to do one more thing. I want to put a little timer on so I can kind of keep ahead of schedule here. And then that's how we're going to do it. We're going to do a little timer and we're going to begin. And now is the fun times. And hit the time lapse, and we'll press G, and we're just gonna pick a random color. Do that color, why not? And now we're gonna do the shape. The shape I've been doing a little bit. I'm getting kind of elaborate with my shapes actually as of lately. So we're gonna just add a. What am I gonna add here? What am I gonna add? Let's see. There we go. That's what we want. We want that. I want to move it too. Okay, well, how do I move it? All right, well, let's put it. Oh. I'm pressing something I didn't even know I had. I was pressing the wrong key. Oh, shift. That's what's okay. There we go. Let's go back from here. Now I know what I need to be doing. There we go. Getting some elaborate shapes here. Let's kind of make a big circle. Like that. All right. Now, why am I making these circles? It's just something I've been doing recently with my cactus drawings. I thought it'd be kind of neat to do a different like shape instead of like a rectangular shape. I thought about making these asymmetrical like circular shapes in the background. Now, there's no like reason to do it other than it's just a new thing that I'm playing around with, and it just makes it's just for fun, really. There we go. Now time to lock that color in, and now we're going to do some of the fun stuff, which is going to be using this, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Just kind of throw some color in there. Throw some color in there like that. And then maybe something like this. And then a good old fashioned like something like purple, good old fashioned purple here and there. Maybe have some dark like purple shapes, little S curves. No, do some S curves here. Like that, do another S curve there. And then maybe we'll have some, stop that. We'll have some black tones kind of doing what I normally have it do, which is kind of do stuff like this. And I think that is that. What I'd like to do is maybe when the background tone, something like that. Just offset the tone a little bit. How about this? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll offset it like that. And that's what we want. We'll leave it like that. And now that we have that set up, let's have a cup of coffee. Let's little sip some coffee here. So I've been doing these cactuses for the past few days. I do them outside of these live streams, but I've been doing them for the past few days because my time has been in a crunch. I don't want to say I'm lazy at the moment, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit of exhaustion. I like that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't been doing showing my face because I've been like just been looking rough for weather, man. I've been looking tired. I've been looking tired all day, and oh gosh, whew, I tell you, I am exhausted. I'm just not getting the sleep that I am supposed to be getting. I like it's just like it's becoming a problem, really. It's becoming a huge problem uh with when I'm doing these like live streams. It's becoming a very like difficult thing for me, and I'm struggling for real, and I'm having a hard go at it because I've been working. I don't know what's causing it. I'm just not going to bed, and I'm going to bed late, and then I'm waking up at 4. So, or trying to wake up 4. When I say wake up at 4, I mean like I'm hitting the snooze button an exorbitant amount of time until I get up. I know people say don't hit the snooze button. Like, well, I'm trying. I'm trying not to hit the snooze button. But it's not working, man. It's not working. And so because it's not working, I'm like just oh gosh, it is. It's doing a number, that's for sure. It really is. It's kind of hitting me hard. Um, it is doing a it's doing a lot. Yeah, so like it's really starting to show its colors, and I'm just trying my best just to kind of maintain the like maintain this habit of doing these drawings, but some days, let me tell you, it's getting rough. Like I feel my eyes getting heavier and heavier each day, and I feel like I'm having a hard time even making good talks. I'm not even making like things that I'm not really making anything like of worth in these conversations, other than this kind of showing you the struggle, the deep struggle of doing this just on like over and over again, because like the time I have is very unavailable. Like I am so appreciative that I'm able to do this, you know? Like it's hard, man, because I'm a full-time, I'm full-time dad during the day, and then at night I'm going to work, and then get up real early so I can get some practice in, get some drawing in, get some studying in, get some business art related business stuff kind of tended to, and then I'm doing it over and over again, and it's just like it builds up. It builds up. I think all of us have that type of just build up where you just want to break. But you know that if you give that break, right? Give that break, you're gonna be like, oh, this is nice. This is so nice. I do not want to I don't want it to end. And then you'll take that break will become, it'll become like a longer break, and you're just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I'm I've done enough. You get like you get kind of complacent, you'll get complacent. So um I'm trying to stay in that zone where I'm not becoming complacent, And I'm not, don't get me wrong, man. It can be hard. It can be hard to forego to be in that area of complacency. Like it's really, really convenient to kind of just like blow things off for the day, you know? And it really is. And so like it's tiring, you know, it adds up. It's fatiguing. Um I once read or heard like some psychiatrist or psychologist talk about like people that are introverted by nature find that like social settings actually makes them really tired. Um, and then people that are extroverted by nature, social settings actually makes them like super pumped up. And I'm like, oh man, I must be introvert, man. I don't even know because like there's days that I just feel like I don't feel pumped up at all, man. I feel like the opposite of pumped up, you know? And so I feel like I don't feel pumped up. And so maybe I might be kind of introverted. I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna make the cactus larger than I made it because I want the cactus to be like scale wise as like close to the size of the pot. I don't want the pot to kind of overwhelm it. So I'm kind of exaggerating it. So I'm doubling the size a little bit. So I want the cactus to be the size of equal to or about the same size as the pot. So the pot doesn't overwhelm it. But yeah, I so I might be a little bit of an introvert. I don't know. Sometimes it can be very extroverted. But like maybe I just want a little me time, you know? Want a little bit of me time. Can't do it, you know? You can't dial it back. You can't dial back that throttle, you know? It's the easy thing for you to do if you're like want to be an artist or you want to be like a musician or you want to do something that gives you value that makes you feel like you've done something for the day, you know? So if you dial it back for a little bit, you find that you might dial back the throttle even more. And pretty soon you're dialing it even more and you're dialing it more. You're dialing it back more and more. And pretty soon you're doing nothing. And you're finding like justification, like, oh, I needed this. I earned this. I earned this. I I earned this. I earned this because I worked really hard that one time 3 years ago, you know? And it could be that way. You could get to that point where you're like, I earned this. And maybe you did 3 years ago, and maybe you earned a few days off, right? Maybe that was warranted. But you know, there's a time and place when you have to like say, hey, I need to kind of go back, get back to my roots, man. I need to get back. I need to get back to what I was doing and stuff, right? So I need to get back to that. Um, and so there might be that's so you might need to start thinking about that when you're working on your own projects. Like if you find yourself veering off, you got to acknowledge the fact that you might be kind of rationalizing something that might not be there, you know, that might be you might be kind of um overdoing it. Like you're like you're just you're trying to find more reasons to not do the things that you should be doing. And I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. So I'm not like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're just being lazy. No, like I get it, man. Our humans like net default, man, is like to do the easiest thing, you know. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, man. Like especially if you're happy with your life and you work real hard and you have the things that you enjoy that make you feel good and you feel fulfilled in your day, man, more power to you. Like Merry Christmas, right? Um, but if you're like, if you feel like you have this hole in yourself, like there's this hole kind of eating away at you, like something's missing, and you know what it is, but you don't want to like accept it, right? You don't want to accept that that this that I that you don't want to accept it because that's like you're hitting like a truth vein. You're hitting like a vein of truth that you don't want to kind of talk about. You know, you're going to have to kind of wake up and smell the coffee sometimes, and there's going to be those days where you do have to do certain things that you don't want to do. And there's going to be days where you're going to be crunched for time and you have to kind of make choices. And one thing about doing these drawings every day has taught me that you got to make choices and you got to kind of you have to learn how to accept things that you plan on doing may or may not happen that day. You know, that is fine. That's fine. That is fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, man. That is a totally fine response. And just it's fine. So right now I'm just kind of playing around with the tones and being a little bit like yeah, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. I'm gonna add a little bit more tone right here. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do like a little bit of a highlight line right here and kind of a highlight line right here. And then we're going to do a darker contrast line right here, which is something I've been starting to do lately. I just think it's kind of nice. I haven't done this, so I'm kind of adding some contour lines now, and I haven't done that recently. It's been not a new thing, but it's been something I've been kind of playing around with and seeing how I like it. And I kind of like some of the results. I don't know. It's not like I'm not like enamored with it. I'm not going to be like bragging about it. It's not like this thing that's like, oh, this really made the drawing. I'm really happy for that because it really kind of dialed it in. All right, what color did I not use? What's the opposite of pink? What's a predominant color? We used red. Let's use that red. Yeah, let's use that red there. We'll add that red here, kind of add a little bit of red here, a little bit here, some right here, then a little bit in the background right here, and then yeah, I'll do some like right here, and then yeah, now leave it like that. Maybe put like some scumbling right here. There we go. And I think I'm done with that. Let's go work on the sand. Yeah, so I've been very tired and just working. And it takes a lot out of you to do something, to do things that you like doing, but some days it's like grinding your knuckles on like concrete, right? And you're just exhausted, or it's not the right time. It's not the right time of day. You're waiting for the right time, or you're waiting for the moment that you're going to feel inspired or going to be willing to do it. I've heard that you know from like art creators and art directors, like you just got to wake up and do the work. Chuck Close was like just inspirations for amateurs, man. The rest of us just get up and go work. You just work on the project, regardless of whether you're how well you feel. Because there's days, man, and there's going to be a lot of days sometimes that it's just not clicking, or there's going to be a lot of days that the time isn't convenient for you. You know, days like today for me, it's not convenient for me to do these live streams. There's like actually no day except for like one day out of the week, like Sunday, is convenient. Like there's no other day out there that's convenient for me. Actually, it's just like okay, this is my day that I do this, and here we are. And so like there's no right day for me. And I've accepted that. And I just want everyone to know that when you're doing work or it doesn't even have to be artwork, it'd be like homework, or you want to learn how to code or something, like, or you want to start your business or something. Man, I need to start a business. That's for sure. I need a business model. Oh gosh. Um, I need a business. No, whatever it is, what you like. We want to lose weight. You want to read, right? Like, there's no convenient time for it, is what I'm trying to say. And like a lot of us we're trying to like, it's like we're treating it like it's hopscotch, or like we're in a jump rope, and we're waiting to jump in. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Huh. Oh no, not yet. And they're like double dutching. They have the two ropes, and they're like, and you're like, that's too fast. You're waiting to try to get in there, But everyone, the people that you're playing jump rope with are like professionals, and are like going super fast. You're like, slow down. And you're waiting for the right time. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's no right time. That's why I did these live streams, because I was like, you know what? There's no right time for me to do these live streams. I know that I want to do them, and I know that it makes me feel good in the end that I've done them, that I've done one for the day. But there really is no time. There is no perfect time to do it. I thought to myself, maybe I should start planning these out, and maybe I should write down what I'm talking about. Maybe I should do some research first. And I thought to myself, well, I that's good. I think I should do that on my free time, during my free time, but more often than not, I don't have the free time. So I'm hoping that my experience through working on these over and over again, and through working on these live streams, that I'm able to kind of talk about this type of thing forever and ever. So to some extent, I've gotten better. Some days are better than others. Like today, I'm on fire. I think it's because I could see my face on the screen. When I was doing it before, I didn't have my face on the screen. I felt like I was talking to like a journal. Uh, like I was talking to a journal, and I was wondering, am I talking at all? Um, yeah. So it is what it is, man. It's just one of those things. There's days that there's gonna be good days, there's gonna be great days, there's gonna be bad days, and you hope that they even out. You hope that they even out. You hope that your days of working are better than other days. There's some really good days I have. Lately, I've been kind of in a funk, and I think partially because it has to do with my sleep schedule. I haven't been sleeping. That's what it's been boils down to. I just haven't slept. I haven't been doing any like I haven't been treating myself well. Haven't been sleeping. Just a whole lot of things kind of adding up, and they're starting to kind of have a cumulative effect where it's just kind of like wearing you thin. It's like you know, it's like when you eat junk food. At first it doesn't really affect you, but like after a extended period of time of eating junk food, you start feeling really cruddy. It's kind of like right that. Like I'm getting so little sleep, or not. I don't know about little sleep, but I'm not getting quality sleep. It's very interruptive, and it's just everywhere. Like I don't know, and so it's starting to wear thin, and I'm starting to feel it. And it's like right now the reason why I'm able to kind of do what I'm doing is just through sheer will a little bit. It's kind of like willing it to be. Some days you got to have that kind of mentality when you're doing these type of drawings, or when you're doing anything that is of value to you. When you're doing anything. When I was doing these this type of genre of Cactus, I always feel like I'm doing like a bell pepper that I'm putting like hair on. um, but yeah, anything of like value, anything that makes you happy doesn't always make you happy during the act of, you know, like people that like athletes, they're not like, it's not like they're always happy when they're playing sports. especially if you're a professional. Like they're happy with their paycheck, but they're not they're not always there's times where like they're really digging deep. It's tough, man. There's like some mental grit happening when they're working. It's work. It's tough work. It's labor. Everyone might think it might be an easy peasy job. To the outside, yeah, but to the inside, maybe they put hours and hours more time than you ever could ever imagine learning their craft. Like they probably spent all that time, and you just don't know. Like from their interviews that they would like train and all that kind of stuff, but you just don't know like what they did prior to that. It's not like they said, oh, when I was a kid, I'd spend after school, I'd spend 4 hours a day just shooting hoops, or I would run every day, and I train while everyone else was sleeping or watching their shows, you know, and you don't know what kind of struggles that person had. And I do have to say though, like there is times that I do get a little, I can be bitter about other people too. Like I'm like, look at that person talking about how he's rich online. Stop that. Like but also like I don't know why they do that. Or like look at that artist selling work, and I'm trying to sell some work, and I can't even sell one piece, and this guy or girl selling work. I'm so frustrated. I'm tired. I can be we can all be that person where we're just like bitter about everything. And it's easy to do. It's easy, like as I said, that type of stuff is like that's an easy thing for us to kind of gravitate towards, is to be kind of negative. It's like we're raised to be negative. We're not raised to ever look on like the bright side. And that's kind of it's like a sad thing. I think parents need to kind of raise their children to be more positive. Um, and it's hard though, because the average American, average parent or anyone, they're busting their butt off, to take care of their kids and stuff. So there could be a little bit of like this negativity, right? Like we have like it's just there's going to be sometimes it can be negative, and that's why, or these look like kind of like green pumpkins sometimes, as opposed to like cactuses. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I just don't. I'm not looking at succulents or not looking at cactuses. I don't know what this shape cactus looks like, so I probably need to do something about it. I'm gonna have to start looking at um, certain types of cactuses. I really am. I'm gonna have to start looking at cactuses and just you know yeah, I'm gonna have to start looking at them and using those references, because I'm not using them at all. It's becoming very clear how little of the was it like how little I am understanding the form. All right, so I like adding a little bit of color here. This is something I've been doing recently, is kind of adding like these little things of color here. Probably a little bit too rich, but I'm running out of time, so I can't really invest much more, um, because I need to do the thorns and I need to call it a day. I need to keep it a short one today, right? So I think this is done. As far as I'm concerned, I could spend more time fiddling around with it, but now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some thorns, and we're going to call it a day. Yeah, we're going to add some thorns. I use it like 12 pixels, I think. I like using 12 pixels. 10 seems to be too small for me. Man, it's gonna kind of we're just gonna do them randomly. Gonna add some random thorns here. I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm gonna try to be very sparing with them for this one, because I've been doing a lot of cactuses with like a lot of thorns on them, and I just want to kind of take a break from that type of like strategy And also, I want people to see some of these colors kind of popping through the greens. Just kind of having a little more fun with it and so forth. And I want everyone to know that this is pretty good, that I've gotten down to doing these cactuses to roughly around 30 minutes or close to 30 minutes. And that's talking too. And so I want everyone to know that, like, when you're talking, you're not your mind is not always in the drawing, you know. I liken it to like doing math problems, where you're doing math problems. You're not always, it's not like you're talking um while you're doing math problems, or you're doing your taxes or something. You don't want, the only time you're talking when you're doing taxes, when you're trying to figure out what you got to pay. Oh, do I got to pay this? Do I got to pay that? Huh? I don't even know. Thank goodness I hired someone to do this for me. Blah, 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 blah. All right. And that's it. Let's do a signature. Let's righty then. 31 minutes, man. And what day is it? We're gonna go right here. So that'd be, let's go down. T M P 21. Number 0119, day 274. And that's it. That is it. All right. You can't beat that, man. I can't beat it. Like 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And I talked about some relevant stuff today. I don't know if I like it, but it's done. So these live streams are meant to really reaffirm myself and to motivate myself to keep going. It's kind of like someone who's in AA, right? Like if you miss a meeting, right, or whatever. I don't know. That's probably a bad analogy, but like someone if you miss going to the gym, you don't want to miss it again, right? Anyways, so that is it. Let's save this. Yeah. So that is it, friends. I hope you enjoyed the cactus drawing. It turned out all right. It's not bad. Like they're like my pumpkin series or my like bell pepper series. I think the next week is gonna be, they're gonna be like I don't know. We'll see. I think they're gonna be like the ones that are like the wafer ones. So each week's gonna be a different like version of cactus. You're not always going to see me draw them, but when I do happen to do a live stream that I'm doing a cactus, they're not always going to be the same genre or the same type. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream. This is Pierson. Happy Saturday, friends. True art believers, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and cheers.